Hello, everybody. Welcome back to House of Games. I'm Richard Osman. We're joined by four very competitive, famous faces this week. Let's meet them. They are Susie Dent, Mr. Nick Owen, Chemmy Alcott, and Dane Baptiste. Welcome, welcome. So we've had Monday's show. Dane won it. Should we take a look at the leaderboard, Susie?
Oh, OK.
See where we are.
If we must.
A third place for you.
Yeah.
That was all right. It's not too bad. Dane won it. Nick came second. Chemmy, a valiant fourth.
Yeah, I've got a 1 next to my name. I'm taking that.
Yeah.
That's good. It's 1
Go
point,
for it.
right? You take all the points you get. Susie, what did you learn yesterday that you can put into action today?
Now that I'm on this side, you know, with Countdown, obviously, I'm kind of sitting there feeling quite relaxed. I have the dictionary, etc. On the other side,
Yeah,
your heart
the
is
lights
just,
and all that.
Yeah,
Do you have more empathy now for some of those Countdown
definitely.
contestants?
I am a rabbit in headlights.
No more tutting and saying 5?
I never do
You
that.
would never do that.
I never do
Susie
that.
never does that,
No,
to be
'cause I
fair.
get 5 sometimes.
Nick, second place last time, but you were really coming into your own towards the end
Yeah,
on the
finishing
buzzer.
straight, I thought, when I
Is that
started
the
to
thing?
understand why I was here.
Yeah, exactly that.
And I've sort of realised now that I nearly know the answer to quite a lot of things, but only nearly.
Yes.
Chemmy, welcome back. As you know, at the end of the week, we win this big trophy, lovely trophy. But every day there's also a daily prize. Yesterday, Dane took home a House of Games smoking jacket.
Beautiful,
But
yeah.
very smart in it too. Chemmy, should we take a look at today's prizes?
Yes.
This is what you get to choose between today. House of Games dartboard, House of Games pillow and duvet set, a House of Games coasters, hip flask, Nick. I don't know why I'm looking at you.
Yeah, no, I don't. I don't.
And that is a House of Games fedora. Chemmy, what would you fancy there?
Just staying with the sporting theme, because it would be fun after yesterday's performance to take it out on your forehead. No, I'm joking. Well, I would love the dartboard.
Dane Baptiste. I've said before, stand-up comedians often do very well on this show. A really good start for you last time.
So far, so good.
What was the thing? Just a buzzer speed or...?
I saw them more as heckles than questions.
That's the way to do it, yeah.
So I was more defensive, and the best defence is an offence.
Yeah, yeah.
You're overthinking it.
I am... see,
Now you're overthinking
me
it.
overthinking it has completely ruined that saying, so...
Oh, I think he's vulnerable today, everyone.
This is it.
Should we play our first game today?
Yep.
Let's see what it's going to be. It is... highbrow, lowbrow. Now, I'm going to ask you all 2 questions. Here's the good news. Both questions have the same answer. If you get it on the first question, you'll get 2 points. If you need the second question, you'll score 1 point. The bad news is the first question is it's a highbrow one. Difficult one, Nick.
Yeah,
Highbrow.
thank you for explaining that.
That's
to me.
OK. The second one is lowbrow, so it'll be more popular culture. Susie, here are your 2 questions. Highbrow one first for 2 points. The secondary plot of Shakespeare's The Taming of the Shrew concerns the relationship between Lucentio and which female character?
Secondary plot. Well, it's not going to be Kate then, is it? But I'll say Kate.
You can change your answer when you see the lowbrow
OK.
question. And here's the lowbrow question. In EastEnders, which redhead was known for shouting Ricky?
Oh, I don't know.
I knew you'd be better on Shakespeare than
Yeah,
EastEnders.
I'll have to stick with Kate, but I think she's in the
OK, you're
first
going to
block.
stick with Kate? Is that the correct
Yeah.
answer?
No.
It is wrong. Anyone
Yeah.
else? Dane
Bianca?
is the right answer. Very well done. So, absolutely stolen from the professional athlete there with your reaction
Yeah.
time as well. Nick, here's your first one. Here's your highbrow question for 2 points. Excluding itself and 1, which integers factors are 2, 3, 4, 6, 8 and 12?
I'm not sure I remember what a factor is.
That's why it's the highbrow one.
9.
9, says Nick. Let's see if you want to change your answer when you see the lowbrow question. Which TV series starred Kiefer Sutherland as counter-terrorist agent Jack Bauer?
Oh.
Could have got this one.
No idea.
Oh, fingers on buzzers, everyone else.
Absolutely no idea.
You're not going for it?
Nah.
Chemmy
24.
is the right answer. Very well done. Chemmy, here is yours. Highbrow for 2
Should we go
points.
lowbrow first?
let's,
I'll take half a point.
let's look at the highbrow so people at home can have a go.
Okay, yeah, sorry. Don't want to take that away from you at home.
Here is your highbrow one. Who was the youngest daughter of the last Tsar of Russia, believed by some to have escaped the Bolshevik Revolution?
You're rubbing your hands. I'm not even looking at you, and I know you know this, Dane. I can hear you know it. No.
No, should we go straight on to the...
Katerina.
Katerina, says Chemmy. Let's take a look at your lowbrow question. What is the first name of Christian's girlfriend in the 50 Shades books?
Dane's the only one on the buzzer.
Yeah.
Dane's been on the buzzer on both of those.
OK, it's a very basic girl-next-door name. What's a normal girl's name? Jenny. Anastasia! Anastasia! Oh my God, I think it is.
Yes.
He says it is.
Do you
It
go
is.
for Anastasia? Is that a little bit of jeopardy? Is that a correct answer? Let's find out. Was it Anastasia? Is the right answer, Chemmy. Very well played. Dane, here's your highbrow question, sir. What colour links the one-eyed idol in a poem by J. Milton Hayes, the wallpaper in an early feminist short story, and the dog in a novel by Georges Simenon? Or to put it another way, Dane, guess a colour.
Red?
Red, says Dane. Let's see if you want to stick with that. Which early Coldplay hit has a video in which Chris Martin walks along the beach at Studland Bay? Chemmy and Susie are fighting each other.
I'm not studying enough Coldplay, that's the problem. Can I change the colour to gold?
Gold, says Dane. Judging by what these two are doing, let's see, Dane. Is gold a correct answer? Is gold? Chemmy beats
Yellow.
Susie again. Chemmy?
Yellow.
Yellow is the answer. Well done. Susie, we're back to you for 2 points. The name of which transcendent state in Buddhism is derived from a Sanskrit word meaning extinguished?
I should know this, shouldn't I?
Not really. Why would you know this?
I should know Sanskrit word meaning extinguished.
Oh, I suppose so. What, as a linguist?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might go for karma.
Karma. What's your lowbrow question for 1 point? The frontman of Foo Fighters first achieved worldwide fame as a drummer for which rock band?
Oh, my goodness. Is there a rock band called Karma?
Do you want to stick with Karma?
I'll go with Karma.
Sticking with Karma. Let's see, is that the correct answer? It is not, I'm afraid. Dane.
Nirvana.
Nirvana is the correct answer. Of course. Nick Owen, sir.
Yep.
Here's your highbrow question. The penultimate Tudor monarch is known by what nickname due to a perceived enthusiasm for executing Protestants? Dane is poised once again.
Yeah, no, I haven't a clue. I have to go on to the next bit.
We're going to the lowbrow question for 1 point. Which supposed hangover cure cocktail is often served with a dash of Worcestershire sauce and a stick of celery?
No, stuffed.
OK, as soon as that goes red, we're going to have a little race.
I'll know it when it comes.
Yeah, you will. You're timed out. Chemmy.
Bloody Mary.
Bloody Mary is the correct answer. Yeah, well done.
Mary, but that's not
That's the
hangover
drink.
cure.
And that's
Yeah.
It is.
Yes, it
Yeah.
is.
It's got alcohol in it, doesn't it?
Yeah, but that's the idea.
That's the
Hair of
idea,
dog.
hair of the dog, yeah. Chemmy.
Chemmy, you're
You were awesome on the
flying.
buzzer.
Thank
you.
Awesome.
Yeah.
This has been a very high-scoring round for you so far, and it's now your question.
OK.
OK, here is your highbrow question. Which fictional character is the dictatorial ruler of the totalitarian empire, Oceania?
Negative. It's not my answer, it's my knowledge.
So shall we go straight
Yes.
on to the lowbrow question?
Yes.
Here it is. Builder Craig Phillips was the first winner of which reality TV show? Oh, Nick's in, Dane's in.
But are you on Big Brother? I've not ever seen Big Brother, but... Builder.
Yeah.
Big Brother.
So you're going to go Big Brother?
Yeah. Oh, he's moved away!
He has indeed,
Well
and the reason
done.
is it's the correct
Well done.
answer. Chemmy, well done. Big Brother from 1984, of course, and Big Brother TV show. Dane, sir, last question of the round. For 2 points, here's your first one. What fragrant plant with spikes of bell-shaped flowers is named for a beautiful boy of Greek myth who was accidentally killed with a discus?
Orchid, maybe?
Orchid, says Dane. Let's see if you want to stick with that or change it with your lowbrow question. In Keeping Up Appearances, what is the first name of Mrs. Bucket?
The other one.
Hyacinth.
Yeah.
Hyacinth is the correct answer. Well played, Dane. Lovely end to the round. How do you do at home there? Let's take a look at the score, shall we? Very good round for Chemmy there. Amazing reaction speed. Susie and Nick, both yet to get off the mark. Dane, you have 3. Chemmy, our leader, 5 points.
Yeah.
How about that?
Brilliant.
Let's move on to round 2, shall we? Forget that one ever
OK.
happened. Round 2 today is... chronological. This is a pairs game, so the player in last place gets to choose their partner.
Oh, it's 2 of us.
Yeah. Susie can choose a partner. Who would you like to go with? You were with Nick yesterday?
Yes.
You can stay with Nick.
I'll change it up. I'll go with Dane. That's all right.
Going to go with Dane. That's nice. So, Nick and Dane, if you change places, here's what is going to happen. I'm going to give both pairs 3 historical events. OK, you just have to put them in the order in which they happened. OK, one slight twist is one of those events has something to do with one of your opponents. OK, so Susie and Dane, here is your first one. And your category is skiing.
Their category?
Yes.
Oh.
No, but don't forget, one of them's to
When
do
we
with
get
one
it
of their
wrong, you can
opponents.
come in.
There might be something to do with you. Yeah.
Right, OK.
So 3 events. Tell us what order these happened in, please. The TV show Ski Sunday is first broadcast in the UK. The Spy Who Loved Me, in which James Bond skis off a mountain, is released in cinemas. And Chemmy Alcott goes skiing for the first time.
OK, Chemmy's not as old as Ski Sunday.
No.
But I don't know when The Spy Who Loved Me came out.
I think that probably came out before Chemmy skied for the first time. Well, so you think
What
Ski
was
Sunday's
that?
the old thing?
It's quite old,
That's pretty old. OK, so you got that.
like 60s, maybe.
And I feel like as an Olympian, Chemmy would have begun skiing at like 7,
Maybe 4.
even earlier, 4.
Would you put it in the right order as a kind of double bluff?
You could do, yeah. So
Yeah.
I assume that it's put in a random order.
I think you're right. I think they may have put it already in as
Yeah.
is.
OK. Ski
Okay.
Sunday,
So you're
Spy Who
leaving
Loved
it in
Me,
exactly
Chemmy.
the same order. Ski Sunday, Spy Who Loved Me, and Chemmy. How old were you when you first went skiing?
18 months.
No way.
And this year is 40 years of Ski Sunday. We've been bigging it
Oh.
up, 40 years of the show.
Let's find out, shall we?
might get
Have
that
you
one.
put those in the right order? You have not. Shall we take a look at the right order?
Oh, sorry. that was
Bond,
my
yes, Spy Who
fault.
Loved Me,
that's so
77.
close.
Ski
So
Sunday,
close.
78.
Oh.
Chemmy, 1983.
Which Bond was it?
Was it Roger Moore?
It was Roger Moore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chemmy and Nick, here is your category. Counting. Okay, and here are your 3 events. Can you put these... Don't worry, Nick, you'll be fine. Let's put these in order, please. The cartoon Count Duckula first appears on UK television. Europe topped the UK singles chart with The Final Countdown. And Susie Dent makes her countdown debut in Dictionary Corner.
I'm just going to help you, Nick.
Interesting.
Ready?
Wow.
Du-du-du-du, du-du-du-du-du.
I can't play The Final Countdown. If it comes up on the radio, I have to turn it off.
Really?
Really?
Omen. But Nick and I had a discussion before we started, and he asked me when I first appeared, so I kind of gave you a hint.
Susie's debut for Countdown was 13 years ago. Count Duckula premieres, The Final Countdown tops the UK singles.
Yeah, let's
When do you
stick
think
with
that
it.
was?
Let's leave it.
That was.
Oh, no idea.
Should we stick to it?
Yeah,
What do you think?
stick
You
to
sure?
it. Yeah.
So you're going to stick to that order. So, Susie, did you tell them backstage you've been doing Countdown for 13 years?
I said I've been doing it full-time for 13 years, but my debut, I've just had my 25th anniversary.
Oh, well done.
Oh, nicely
So-
done, Agent Dent.
Yeah, be off.
Let's see. So you've left them in that order. Have you scored yourself a point? You have
Jeopardy.
not. Let's take a look
Tragic.
at the correct order.
Yeah, not far off.
Final Countdown, 86. Count Duckula, 88. Susie Dent, 1992. Unlucky. Dane and Susie, back to you.
Okay.
Oh,
Your category is Greek.
oh, lovely.
Greek. OK, and here are your 3 events. Can you put these in order? Greek musician Demis Roussos tops the UK singles chart with the Roussos Phenomenon EP. Greek shipping magnate Aristotle Onassis marries Jackie Kennedy. Nick Owen graduates from Leeds University, where he'd been studying the ancient Greek and Roman worlds.
My mum loved Demis Roussos, and I remember an album,
Okay.
and he sang a song forever and ever and ever with. He had this like, really
What kind of
tremulous
decade are we
voice.
talking?
60s again, 50s, 60s.
That helps, which means because Jackie O would have married Aristotle after her husband died, I'm assuming.
You would hope so, wouldn't
Yeah.
you? Yeah.
How old is Nick?
And now
too
we come to
respectful
the
to
nub of
ask.
it, Nick.
I think we do, don't we?
How old is Nick,
How old
Dane,
is
do you
Nick?
think?
Can I ask how old that? How
You
old
can
he
ask.
is?
I don't
How
think
old
he'll
are
tell
you?
you in this round. What do you want to go for?
Aristotle, then Nick, then Demis? Or Nick?
OK, let's go for
studied-
that. Yeah.
So Aristotle,
Yep.
Nick Owen,
Yep.
Demis Roussos. There we go. Let's put it in that order. Aristotle Onassis, Nick Owen. Nick, when did you graduate?
69.
Blimey.
Oh.
Let's take a look. Have you put it in the right
You look
order, though? You still might be right. You are absolutely right. Oh, how about that? Very well played. It's nicely done, isn't it? Chemmy and Nick, here's your final one this round. And your category is citizens. Here are your 3 clues. The first episode of the sitcom Citizen Khan is broadcast on BBC One. The football team, nicknamed the Citizens, beat Stoke City 1-0 in the FA Cup final. And Dane Baptiste receives an Edinburgh Comedy Award nomination for his debut show, Citizen Dane.
I mean, Dane's definitely 21, so when do you become funny in life?
I wish someone would tell me.
I would tend to put the FA Cup final last.
OK.
I actually did an outside broadcast from Wembley the night before that game. I can't remember how recent it was.
Citizen Khan?
That must be about 5 years, would you say, ago? Well, I reckon Dane goes first, personally. So I would go Dane, Citizen Khan, then Stoke City.
Believe in it. Own it, Nick.
So I'll make Dane.
Own it.
Yeah, I'll make Dane the earliest.
OK.
So you're going Dane, Citizen Khan, Stoke v Man City. OK, let's put them in that order. What year were you nominated, Dane? Do you remember?
I think it was 2014.
2014.
Ooh.
It's fresh-faced. Let's take a look. Have you put them
should be the
in
last.
the right order? You have not. Let's take a look at the right order. Here's where they should have gone. 2011, 2012, 2014 Very well done if you got those at home. That is the end of that round. Dane and Nick, if you swap back round. Nice work from both teams there. Let's take a look at the scores, shall we? Nick, still to get off the mark. No points. Susie, finally on scoreboard, 1 point. Well played. Dane, you have 4. Chemmy, still in the lead with 5. Let's move straight on to round 3, shall we? Today it is. This round is in code. What we're going to do now is show you some categories, then I'm going to show you some clues. Now, they're in code. It's a very simple code. In the code, A equals 1, B equals 2, C equals 3, and so on and so on. So you just have to tell me the answers we're looking for. They're all written in code. Here's your first category. US states. So these are all going to be the names of US states. Don't forget 1 will equal A, 2 equals B, 3 equals C, and so on. Here's your first one. Chemmy.
Alabama?
Is incorrect, I'm afraid. Dane.
Arizona?
Oh, yeah.
Is the correct answer. Well played, Dane. Dane, very well done. Here's the next one. Yes, Dane.
Alabama?
That is Alabama. Well done.
Very quick. He's very quick, isn't he?
Oh, dear. Here's your next US state.
Oh.
Oh, dear, oh, dear.
Yes, Dane.
Mississippi?
Is the correct answer, yeah.
Done.
All the S's and I's there. Very
Brilliant.
well played. Here's your
Oh, gosh.
next category. Musicals. Okay, what are the names of these musicals written in code? Yes, Dane.
Rent?
Is the right answer. He's good at this, right? Wow.
Rent.
Rent. Here's your next musical. Yes, Susie.
Wicked?
Is the correct answer, Susie. Well played. Is your third musical. Yes, Dane.
Hamilton?
Is incorrect, I'm afraid.
No.
Hairspray. Hairspray.
Is the
well
correct
done.
answer, Chemmy. Well played.
My mouth
Hairspray.
works faster than my hand. Come on, hand.
Here's your next category. Astronauts. Come on, Nick. That's your speciality. Here we go. Here's your first astronaut. Yes, Dane.
Buzz Aldrin?
That's the one we're waiting for. Literally everyone at home goes, there's going to be 2 26s. There'll be 2 26s. Here's your next astronaut. Yes, Susie.
Yuri Gagarin.
Well played. It is Yuri Gagarin. Nice work. That is the end of that round. A good round for Dane there. Should we take a look at the scores?
And Susie.
Nick, still to get off the mark. You can do this, Nick. 3 points for Susie. Chemmy, 6, suddenly back out in the lead. Dane with 9 points. Well played, Dane. Should we play round 4?
Yeah.
OK, let's do it. Today it is going to be... Put your finger on it. This is a tablet game. You take your tablets out, please. I'm going to show you a series of pictures now, and I just want you to put your finger on something. I'll tell you exactly what it is. Here's your first picture. And the thing I want you to put your finger on is...
The one beginning with K.
Chloe.
Oh.
Chloe. That's a group of Kardashians.
Yep.
slash
Oh,
Jenners. This is like my worst nightmare, this one.
Yeah, me too.
Everybody in?
Yep.
Susie, I'm very much on the side of not knowing.
Yeah, I
Where have you
wouldn't
gone?
even know which one is Kim, so that's how much of a guess it is. I
Okay,
have
where have you gone?
genuinely no idea.
There you go. Might as well be.
Looks like a Chloe.
Yeah, could be Chloe.
I've obviously got it
Nick.
wrong. I can tell.
Nick, you-
I'm pretty sure.
yeah, you know you're Chloe Kardashian. I think you did a degree in Chloe Kardashian.
Well,
didn't
it
you?
was
If I remember.
post-grad.
Yeah, post-grad. There you go.
I didn't do so well, but it's extreme left.
Well known for being extreme left.
Good to see.
Well done, Nick. Now, Chemmy, which one of those is Chloe?
I copied Nick. Definitely far left.
And Dane, where have you gone?
The same.
This looks like bad news for Susie.
It certainly does.
Let's take a look. Which of those is Chloe Kardashian? Well
Yeah,
played,
1 out of
3 of
5.
you. Unlucky Susie.
Well done.
Yeah.
Not
You're-
unlucky, just
You're on
ignorant.
Kendall, of course, there.
Yeah.
Oh, you can.
Cool.
Oh, am I?
Chloe,
Yeah.
Kendall, Courtney, Kim, and Kylie.
Kylie.
Well, they all begin with K.
yeah.
Let's put a different picture up here. It probably won't be the Kardashians again.
Thank goodness.
Should we take a look at our next one? Oh, no.
No.
Oh, okay.
Gonna be a hard one.
Oh, dear. This isn't going to go well, is it?
No.
Let's take a look. Could you please put your finger on the following? The peen.
What?
The what?
The peen. If you're at home, please put your finger on the peen. Thank you. The peen. Everybody locked in?
It's not like a pin, but like in a contrived Spanish accent, is it?
Yeah, this is a Spanish toolbox.
He's a
Yeah.
pin.
Yeah.
He's next to the hammer.
We will start with Chemmy. Where have you gone?
Well, I
Did you
genuinely
just
went
guess?
pin, a long thing looking like a pin, so I went top right.
Top right.
yeah.
It might look a little bit like a pin.
Yeah.
It's as good a technique as any, I would
It's
say.
just a guess.
Dane, where have you gone?
With the only thing I couldn't name in the toolbox.
Oh, well
clever.
done.
Just,
Oh.
Okay.
Very good.
I didn't see that thing.
Yeah.
Susie, where have you gone?
I've gone with the blunt end of the hammer.
That's clever. So
I
like
figure
that.
it's got to have a name, like an
Yes.
aglet is
Isn't
the
that the
little bit
head?
at the end of a shoelace. and
So what's the bit at the end of a shoelace?
an aglet.
An aglet.
Yep.
And so peen might be the,
Oh, you know
the
your
flat bit of the
words.
hammer.
Probably entirely wrong. No, no.
No, I like that. Give her the point.
If it's not, I would be tempted to give you a point.
Oh, I'd love
Such
a
a
bonus
good
it's
guess.
such a good,
Yeah.
it's a really good guess.
I hope it's right, even
Yeah.
though I haven't said it.
Nick, where have
Guys.
you gone? That's good, isn't it?
Well, the only thing I can't remotely name on there, is that sort of orange thing between the pliers and the
Yeah.
expandable spanner.
It's a Stanley
Stanley
knife.
knife.
Is it? Oh, well, I didn't know.
Yeah.
That is another name for a Stanley knife.
Stanley Peen.
No, it's good, yeah.
That was his surname, though, right? Stanley. Stanley Peen.
Stanley Peen.
Yeah.
Well, Nick better hope so. Well, this is interesting. All 4 people have gone for a different answer. What have you gone for at home? Which one of those, or is it any of them, is the peen?
Oh, no. Oh,
You were close.
Susie.
Oh, it's the other bit of the hammer. If no one objects, I'm sure you won't. I'm going to give Susie a point there because it's such a brilliant way of working it out.
Thank
Point for Susie.
I think sympathy points are nice.
Dane, you've got
Yeah.
a socket wrench there, sir.
Yeah.
You're on the jeweler's screwdrivers there, Chemmy. Not for the first time.
What are they?
The jeweler's screwdrivers. That sounds like such
Mini
a good
ones.
night on the cocktails, doesn't it? Yeah. I would have a jeweler's screwdriver.
I'll definitely have one.
And Nick, yeah, that's a knife. Well done, Susie. I mean,
Wow,
wrong,
so
but kind of brilliantly right as well.
yeah.
And very well done if you got that one at home as well. Tablets away. That's the end of that round.
Very good.
We have 1 round to go. Let's see how the scores are looking. Nick, you have 1 point. Susie, 4. Chemmy, you have 7. Dane in the lead with 10 points. Well played.
Well, Nick, it's your round.
I think so.
Yeah.
You loved this yesterday.
Yeah, you were very good at Answer Smash last time.
I'm warming up now.
That is the final round. It's always the same. It's always Answer Smash.
I'll tell you what, give me your brain and I'll give you my right hand.
No, I think actually I've got the better deal there.
Interesting offer.
It's the combination package.
Yeah, I hear you. So, you know how it works. We'll show you a picture. There'll be a clue underneath. Smash them together and give us the answer. Fingers on buzzers, please. Point for a correct answer. Point off if you buzz in and give me an incorrect answer. The first category is Formula One drivers. Those will be the pictures. There'll be a clue underneath. Smash them together, please. Here's your first one. Which popular 1980s children's TV show featured the character Mr. Spoon? Yes, Dane.
Jensen Button Moon.
Is the right answer. Jensen Button, Button Moon, smash them together. You get Jensen Button Moon.
Very good.
Here's your next one. Native to Africa, what is the largest living species of bird?
Oh, I'm
Susie.
going to lose a point. Toucan PK.
Toucan PK, that's it. It's
that.
good.
I'm going to lose a point.
Yeah, you
And
do,
that's
I'm
my
afraid.
sympathy
I like the
point.
answer, though.
Particularly bad.
No one? The bird is an ostrich.
Ostrich.
And the gentleman there is Alan Prost, so it's an Alan Prostrich.
Oh, gosh, that's hard.
Well done, if you got that at home. Here's your next one.
It's absolutely ridiculous.
Here's your next one. Which football team from South Lanarkshire currently play in the Scottish Premiership? Yes, Susie.
I might as well go for Lewis Hamilton Thistle.
Is incorrect, I'm afraid.
I'm going to go
Not
right
far
now.
off.
Give it a go.
I did.
Nick.
Lewis Hamilton Academical.
Lewis Hamilton Academicals is correct answer. Well played, Nick. Nicely done. Here's your next category. US cities. See a picture of a US city, you'll see a clue underneath. Smash them together. Which traditional English food is made from batter and typically served with beef and gravy as part of a Sunday roast? Dane.
New Yorkshire pudding.
New Yorkshire pudding is right.
Yeah, I like that one. That's a good one.
Here's your next one. Which 1982 film stars Arnold Schwarzenegger as a sword-wielding warrior? Yes, Dane.
San Francisco and the Barbarian.
San Francisco and the Barbarian is the right answer. Very well done. Here's your next city. What is the title of the Harper Lee novel published in 2015? Nick.
Chicago Ghost set to watch.
Chicago Set of Watchmen is the right answer. Very well done. Here's your next category. No more categories to go. It's the end of the round, end of Answer Smash, end of today's show. Let's take a look at who our winner is going to be. And we're going to see how many points Susie's got as well. Let's take a look who has won Tuesday's House of Games. It is Mr. Dane Baptiste once again. Very well played, Dane. Susie, 2 points in the end. Not too bad. Nick, you got yourself 3. Chemmy, 7 points. Very good performance. Dane, another win for you, sir. Very well played. Nicely done. Surprise. Should we decide what we're going to have? Yesterday you had a smoking jacket. What would you like to go for here?
I'm going to go for the pillow.
You're going for the pillow and duvet set. How
yeah.
lovely.
That's
Dane
right,
takes
yeah.
home duvet and pillow set. Well played, sir. 2 wins. Let's take a look at the weekly leaderboard, see where that leaves us. Susie, you have 3. Chemmy, you have 4. Nick in second place with 5 points. Dane up the top with 8 points. Very well done. Got 3 more days to catch him. That's the way to do it. We'll see you again, same time, same place tomorrow. See you again tomorrow as well on the House of Games.
Tuesdays.